Different durations of time, days, hours, minutes, seconds, can be thought of as units of measurement of time. Much like feet and inches are measurements of length, and grams and milligrams are measurements of mass, in the same way, days, hours, minutes, and seconds are measurements of time. In this way, a number line can be used to show lengths of time. So, for example, we could take a number line and break it up into 24 equal parts. So we've got our little line segment here, and we've divided it into 24 equal segments, and it is representing one day. So a day is broken up into 24 hours, and then each segment of this line represents 1 hour. A specific period of time can be mapped out over a line. So we can take a line like this, much like you would use a number line, and we can map out a specific period of time. So in this example here, I have the time from 12 o'clock until 5 o'clock, mapped out 1 hour at a time on a number line that uses my measurement of time. We also can look at how much time has elapsed since a starting point, and we can map that on something like a ray. So here I have a line ray with a starting point, and I've mapped out a certain number of seconds. So since the start, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds has gone by, and we can measure our time on a ray. If we have a question like this as an example, what is the time 3 hours after 1 o'clock? To answer this question, we will do something that feels a lot like addition. If we find the point 1 o'clock on a line, so like a number line like this, if we find the point 1 o'clock on the line, we can add 3 hours by moving 3 hour-long spaces to the right of that point. So starting at 1 o'clock and going 3 hours after 1, I can move 1, 2, 3 spaces to the right. That lands me right at 4 o'clock, much like if I was doing addition on a number line. And I can see that 3 hours after 1 o'clock lands me right at 4 o'clock. So my answer here would be the time 3 hours after 1 o'clock is 4 o'clock. Let's take a look at a couple more examples. This first one says, Ben finished a race in 4 minutes. Sam finished the race 2 minutes after Ben. How many minutes did it take Sam to run the race? So in this question, we are adding 2 minutes to 4 minutes. We can do this by simply adding 2 plus 4 equals 6. Or if we want to look on a number line and use that to help us, we can find the 4-minute point. So these are in minutes. We can find the 4-minute point on the number line and move 2 spaces to the right and see that we land at 6 minutes. And so it took Sam 6 minutes to finish the race. We can add 4 minutes plus 2 minutes to equal 6 minutes. In our next example, it says if you spend 3 hours on homework one day, 2 hours the next day, and 4 hours the day after that, how many total hours will you have spent on homework? So we need to add hours together. And this question asks us to add like units. So it just creates an addition question of adding together three like units, hours plus hours plus hours. So 3 hours plus 2 hours plus 4 hours. And we can just add the numbers together. 3 plus 2 plus 4 equals 9. And we have our answer of 9 hours. We can also solve this using a number line. So we're starting here, or at the beginning we haven't done any homework yet, and then we spend 3 hours doing the homework one day. Then we add 2 to that the next day to land at 5 hours, and then 4 hours the day after that. So we add 4 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, landing at 9. So the answer to this problem is that you have spent 9 hours doing your homework.